Make a little noise.
Yo.
Make a lot more noise.
What up? What up, buddy?
Make a
cool.
little noise. It should be working.
It's crazy up in Canada right now.
Make a lot more noise.
What up? What up, buddy? It's colder than
it should be working.
foreskin at a winter bris. Yo, Canada right now.
Make a lot more noise.
How's that? What up, buddy? It's colder than
it should be working.
foreskin. All good. Yeah, I can hear you fine. Awesome. You know, when in Jews. What's up? How's it going, buddy? Yeah. Well, thank appreciate the love. He's a little. It's okay. I can just show people cool stuff like pumpkins and pickles and acorns.
Okay, let's see if they can hear us now. Can you guys hear us now?
Oh, I forgot I could check on my phone. Let's see how the live feed looks. Can you hear me? I can hear you fine.
Check, check.
Welcome to
You guys out there
technology.
in Lucidity land? All right, cool. We're good now.
Cool.
All right. Cool. So you're
What up,
up
y'all?
in Canada land. Tell me a little bit about what's going on up there.
So I'm up here. Just played with my homie Queued Up, who's part of Fort Knox Recordings. He stepped in for our homie John H. from Fort Knox 5 when he passed away and started playing the 4-deck sets with our homie Steve Raskin, who goes by Thunderball, who's taken over for Fort Knox 5. So we're playing some shows up here called the Hearts of Funk Tour, which is in memory of Pumpkin and John H. And all the money that we're making after costs, $1 a ticket for some of the shows, are going to the foundation that we started, the Little Giant Acorn Foundation for the Arts, a non-for-profit charity that we're setting up that is still in the process of getting set up as a 501c3, but eventually we will be there, hopefully in the next month or so. Our goal is to hit that by March 25th, which is the memorial of Nick's passing. But we're up here doing this small Canadian tour right now. We're doing Nelson this weekend at Bloom, which is the Shambhala nightclub that's open. And our buddies Jake and Robbie were kind enough to have us up there to help support the cause and support the tour. And then we're playing in Edmonton with our Astral Harvest crew, and they've been amazing. Pumpkin played this Notorious set there years ago, a couple years ago, that for like 6 hours, I think, or something crazy like that. And I wasn't there for that, but then they asked us to come to our Little Giants thing after that, which is great. So it's nice to be up here in Canada. We get a lot of love and support up here, and it's been super awesome. We're actually playing March 25th at the Belasco as part of the tour. Opulent Temple's White Party is going to be there, and they were nice enough to ask us to come play that. And we'll be playing at Boogaloo coming up and at Lucidity, which we're super stoked. Jason won't be there queued up, but I'll be there with Louis Bagels and with Littlefoot. So we played last year together. And it was such a beautiful experience. It was the first of all of the tributes we played to Nick this summer. So it was a pretty intense one. Out of all of them, they were all very intense, but that one was particularly sure. And James and Fabian were nice enough to have us come back again, and they were so great to ask us to come last year, and we were all just super super blessed and honored to come and do that for Nick and for our friends and family and all of his fans. So
Yeah, it's crazy with
that
like
was yeah.
John H and Nick. It's like you went from really like making really uplifting music that it was obvious that there was a purpose behind like the music that you guys were making as a crew individually, and now it's like it's got this like whole other level of like legacy and like spreading like an even bigger message. And I'm wondering if you know that's kind of a silver lining of the last couple of years of like really like uplifting like kind of the importance of the work that you're doing.
I mean, it's always had that message, and I think you nailed it. It's been for us to already have had that as what we wanted as our group message, with John, and when Nick and John were both still here, that was the way we all felt, and that's what brought us together as friends. So to be able to keep that message going and to have that, their energy and that force behind us, and knowing that that's driving us to make more beautiful and better music, and to do better for ourselves and for our community is definitely been pushing us. It's a driving force for sure.
Cool.
I feel like, especially with my new album that's coming out, it's dedicated in memory of Nick. I've never made an album this quickly, but I had writer's block for the past couple of years. It'd been really tough for me to work on stuff because of personal stuff, and then the loss of John and then Nick. But then I kind of took some time away at the end of doing the shows for Nick, and this album sort of came together this fall. Came out pretty quickly with the help of a lot of amazing producers and friends, and I've been looking through a bunch of old files of Nick's, and found this old beat that ended up on the album, that from 2009 that he didn't even play me, but it just fit in so perfectly as kind of an interlude that I felt like I had to use it. And then my professor in college used this old sample from The Great Dictator, this speech, all the time that he referred to, and it just came up again. And, yeah, from The Great Dictator, yeah. And came up again in a Facebook feed recently, and it just seems so appropriate with everything that's going on in America right now and in the world. But it was cool to kind of like make a track with Nick posthumously and like feel like we were connecting on that, which was really special. So I'm excited for that, and the name of the album's Good Deeds, and just to be able to like put that out there with everyone is like the point of being here is to do good for others, and all we have is this, all we have is now, and we can't take it with us, and all we can take with us when we leave is the good that we've done when we're here. So that's the idea of the album and how I try to live my life, and that's how Nick, I know that's his, and John as well, and all of our friends, the Dirty Beatles crew and the Fort Knox crew and the Burning Man community in general and the festival community. I know that it's kind of like preaching to the choir to say these things to most people, because it's like, we know this, but our job is to kind of show that to the rest of the world, So that's what we're trying to do, slowly but surely.
Yeah, that's one of those sort of misconceptions that I think happens from the outside in a lot, or people that maybe haven't experienced both the highs and the lows of the festival community, which is that you in these like more sort of tender states can really experience a lot of darkness as well. And I think a lot of our festivals do a good job of supporting each other through that. A lot of times it's like you just you don't have any ceremony, or you don't have any like basis for grieving in kind of our popular culture. You know, there's in like religious tradition, you have, you know, a lot of training and ceremony, and like you know exactly what you're supposed to do when you're
Well,
sad.
we were both raised Jewish, and like we sit Shiva, and like we're supposed to sit for a week in remembrance and with our family and not leave the house and not move
Yeah,
and like just remember this person and talk about them that we lost, And so you and I have that in common, but not everyone can relate to that. But and sorry to interrupt you, but that kind of sparked in the sense of what I was blessed to be able to do this past summer, and what I feel is my responsibility now, and all of our responsibilities to people that we love, no matter if we're in music or whatever we're in. It doesn't matter what our business is. I'm just lucky to be able enough to be able to do it, but to keep their message alive and to keep their spirit alive
yeah,
and to keep their memory alive, and we have that, and that's the beautiful thing about stories and especially music, is that we can pass that down to from generation to generation and keep our loved ones alive that way.
yeah, totally. That's a good opportunity, I think, to pop over to. I have just a clip from your video I wanted to show on the stream, and we'll pop
Cool.
over to that, and we'll come back for a little bit more conversation and play a couple tracks from the new Good Deeds. It's an LP, full length. There it is. Very nice. All right, let's pop over here. Good day.
Our goal of the Little Giant Acorn Foundation for the Arts is to go into communities and teach them art and music and help them to express themselves. A lot of arts and music programs have been cut, and our goal is to help fill in that hole and help keep arts alive with music and children, and do it in Nick's name. And we're going to keep doing it. We're going back to Lucidity to do another tribute this year, and we're going to do one whenever we can and keep his music alive. And we need it now more than ever, especially with this new administration in the States. So let's use the music to fight back. Much love.
The beat be funky, 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 funky.
Party hardy, y'all. Oh, it's right there.
I didn't get to see because I'm live with you. What video did you show? Okay. So my buddy Jim Vanderhorst, Global Cause Films, did that. He's amazing, and it was with footage from a bunch of friends from this summer on Smash the Funk and Smashworks Films, and my buddy Andy Olek from Bayview Drive Films. So thank you to you guys and everyone else who contributed to that. That was super special, and I'm beyond words grateful for that video, because there's a lot of stuff that I didn't need to see myself, and it's hard when you're in the moment, especially doing something as intense as that is. It's hard to remember certain moments because it's very much a blur. So thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for showing that.
Yeah, absolutely. I showed kind of where it starts at Shambhala. You see Tucker and Brits, and then you talk a little bit about the foundation. Say a little bit more about, you said it's almost like fully put up together with the 501c3. Just say it slowly, because it's a mouthful of a name.
It's the Little Giant Acorn Foundation for the Arts. So basically, Nick always called his fans his acorns, and he was always in love with the fact that an acorn is this little thing that grows into this giant, beautiful oak tree. And we all start as these little acorns, when we're babies, and we kind of plant our seed of what we want to do for the world and what we want to do in life, and we grow into these giant oaks. So, it's kind of a metaphor for what we're all capable of, and that's where the foundation comes from, and that's why we called ourselves Little Giants, because we're both little guys. I always teased him because he's a little smaller than me, but we're both short dudes, so with these big personalities, you know, and he was a clown. And we're all about joking around and staying, you know, youthful and keeping that child inside of us alive. So that's where Little Giants and the Little Giant Acorn Foundation for the Arts comes from. And we want to provide free or low-cost education in music and arts for children, underprivileged children, and for communities as well. Our goal is to go in and do music events for communities, and then specifically for children, and teach them classes in all different performing arts, music, visual, dance, theater, all of that good stuff, music production, film, everything, anything a child could want to do, and we want to keep that creativity alive inside of them and really help promote that, because I don't know if people heard, but Donald Trump just cut funding for the National Endowment for the Arts. So that's, you know, really shitty, pardon my French, news, and you know, but it kind of pushes us to work harder, because the money's out there, and you know, people want to support the arts, but arts programs are not really taught in public schools anymore. It's been cut for sports, and most of the money in our government goes to the military, not to the arts anymore. So it's important to keep that arts and the creativity alive in the youth, because they are our future. You know, it's very important.
Absolutely.
And Nick was very much, and John was too. So
I saw him do a kid set. I know he's done a few of them, but I saw him do a kid set at Firefly, and you know, just bumping all the Muppets music, and so good. So good.
So good.
Yeah, I
good.
mean,
Yeah, we played at LIB together for the drawing big for little kids over at the Kids Village there at LIB next to the movie. Past couple of years, and it's been really great. And we're going to do more of that. We're doing some at Boogaloo. We're doing like a family breakdance party that we did last year, sponsored by the foundation at Boogaloo this year. We did it last year as well, and it went really well. So thanks to the Kids Village people who helped us keep that going. We're going to keep it going. We're going to just keep building, you know, and doing stuff for kids. And as we get older, you know, there's more kids in our community too, and friends of friends are having kids, and hopefully I'll have kids of my own pretty soon, and you know, see how it goes. But it's good to keep that alive, and just pushes us to have fun, you know. And life's so serious, and things in the world are so heavy. You know, it's nice to be able to have fun and dance together, but also educate each other and know that, you know, we have a duty. Our duty. We learn so much in these festivals, you know. When we can take what we learn there and apply it to the outside world and what we want to do for the world and what our passions are, then we're doing it right. So thank you guys for giving me and our crew the opportunity to do what we love. I know that we're all super grateful, you know. Yeah. As cheesy and as cliche as it sounds, you know, I can't say it enough. I really thank you, you know.
Yeah, man. No, thank you. I mean, it's going to be good to get back together with everyone. It's been such a crazy winter, and you know, winter's always tough. Everyone kind of goes. Yeah, everyone always kind of goes and hibernates, and it's like we forget that there's like a world outside of ourselves sometimes, and it's going to be nice to like get back into the swing of things and get back to the hard work that there is to do together, and you know, just stop like complaining about it and getting caught in our little Facebook echo chamber, and actually like get our feet on the ground and dance it out. And yeah.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Cool. Cool. Well, let's transition to a song here. I got People in the Front queued up. You want to tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, I was up in Santa Cruz and did most of the album I recorded up in Santa Cruz in the fall with my buddy Jamie, who goes by Gesso, who's part of this group called Eloquate, and my homie Logan, who goes by Logrit as a producer. And I was working with this group called Moon Hooch. I did some of their East Coast tour and some of their West Coast tour with Moon Hooch and Honeycomb, this amazing beatboxer. So we ended up recording a few tracks up there. One of them was People in the Front, which was one I did with Gesso alone. We also did Five Wits, which is on the album, with an amazing young MC named Sean Byrne, who just passed away recently in a car accident as well. So, which was horrible. This was just about a month ago even. But rest in peace, Sean. But he's on the album. His verse is beautiful. So Moon Hooch is on that. Chesto recorded that as well, and Logan Logrit was the executive producer of the album. There's a track on there with my friend Cat Factor, who's on a bunch of the album. But people in the front is just Jesso and I. So it's funky. It's like a throwback to like old school hip hop. But yeah, enjoy.
Cool.
Album comes out March 25th.
March 25th. Cool. We got 3 minutes on this, and we'll be back after that.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Come on, come on, come on. People in the front. People in the front. Express yourself. A lesson that I learned, but a priceless one. So go on and take a turn. Burn it like a money in your finger on a stove. These things we cannot teach or will impose. Shakespeare with his prose, Rudolph with his nose. Realize who we are, unlock ourselves and go. I'm about you with a funky capability. Strong performance on the mic, natural ability. To rock a party with a purpose all night long. A rip along and I'll sing another song. I'll keep it going like a universe expanded. True hip hop is the shit we all demanded. Planning for the future of the genre. I take it back to the roots, yeah, we're gonna. CD cop the tape download and get up like James Brown on the download. Flow, forever for the funk of it. Eternally for peace and never quit. East to west and north to south. All around, let's work it out. Yeah, let's work it out. All around, let's work it out. East to west and north to south. All around, we work it out. People in the front, no frontin'. People in the back, no pushing, no shoving. People in the middle, let me hear you say something. Funkadelic relics if the system bumping. People in the front, no frontin'. People in the back, no pushing, no shoving. People in the middle, let me hear you say something. Funkadelic relics if the system bumping. Pay respect to the ones who inspired us, wired us, influenced and guided us. Tried and true, their flavors lasted. But keep it going through the speakers, we blasting. Coast to coast, we keep this grooving. Come correct, yeah, we never losing. Lyrically cruising, we be moving bodies. Music be the movement, one world, one shot. See flow, forever for the funk of it. Eternally for peace and never quit. East to west and north to south. All around, let's work it out. Yeah, let's work it out. All around, let's work it out. East to west and north to south. All around, we work it out. U-N-I-T-Y, unite. U-N-I-T-Y, tonight. U-N-I, unite. Alright, let that light shine bright. U-N-I-T-Y, unite. U-N-I-T-Y, tonight. U-N-I, unite. Alright, let that light shine bright. People in the front, no frontin'. People in the back, no pushing, no shoving. People in the middle, let me hear you say something. Funkadelic relics if the system bumping. People in the front, no frontin'. People in the back, no pushing, no shoving. People in the middle, let me hear you say something. Funkadelic relics if the system bumping. People in the front, no frontin'. People in the back, no pushing, no shoving. People in the middle, let me hear you say something. Funkadelic relics if the system bumping. People in the front, no frontin'. People in the back, no pushing, no shoving. People in the middle, let me hear you say something. Funkadelic relics if the system bumping. People in the front, no frontin'.
And we're back. Oh,
What up, guys?
We got the next track playing already.
Oh, whoops.
Got some beatboxing in the back there.
That was Honeycomb.
Yeah.
Shout out to my homie Honeycomb. He's going to be at Boogaloo and at LIB. An amazing beatboxer from the East Coast. He's actually how I met Sean Byrne.
Nice.
Also, big ups to, I saw the artwork up there. Big ups to Sid Walks. Check him out, Facebook, Sid Walks, SYDWOX. He's the one who donated that amazing artwork that you see right here. It's called Pumpkin Forever. That's a hand-painted piece. I thought it was digital when I saw it, but it's so intricate. It's hand-painted.
It's great.
So big ups to Sid.
You got the Jewish star in there too.
I know, it wasn't intentional, but it was in there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure, it wasn't intentional. Cool. So
this is the last gift that Nick gave me, that pumpkin gave me right here, made by our homie Bonds, right there.
Nice. So March 25th, that's coming up pretty soon. You got any plans for the album release?
Yeah, we're doing that. I think maybe I said before briefly, but I was rambling on. March 25th at the Belasco in downtown LA. We're doing the White Party with the Opulent Temple. And so it's going to be queued up. It's going to be headlining our room. The Crystal Method are the headliners for the actual show. We're going to be in the downstairs They were nice enough. Sid Grist was nice enough to give us the basement. Opulent Temple is a huge Burning Man camp, for those who don't know. They do a big white party every year. Everyone dresses in white clothing. Looks really pretty. Just a bunch of people dressed in white clothing. Kind of represents like purity and, you know, just like a rebirth. And it's Nick's memorial, so it'll be a really beautiful thing to have everyone dressed in white. And it'll be the album release, which is dedicated to him and part of the Hearts of Funk tour. We also have Frisky Business playing in our room. Diggs, who's part of the Dirty Beatles Boogaloo crew, and I'll be playing as well. Yeah, it's going to be great. We're super stoked. And thank you again to Opulent Temple for having us, and thank you to you guys at Lucidity for having us back to play at the Nook. We're really, really excited.
Awesome, great. Well, we're going to play one more from the album, and maybe before we close up the stream, I'll throw up the whole lineup for Lucidity 2017, give you guys the URL to buy some tickets, and come see Evan Shaffrin, MC Everyman, with Louis Bagels, a bunch of other good homies, and Littlefoot. Cool, so let's transition this onto the screen. So the next track is People in the Front, and you want to give it a quick intro?
Oh, I thought you just played People in the Front.
Oh, wait, hang on.
No.
Wrong one. Let's see, we're being followed. There we go.
That's the one I was talking about, the unreleased Pumpkin track that you guys are about to hear. So it's a world premiere for you guys, a brand new Pumpkin track right here.
World premiere Pumpkin track right here.
Yeah.
Cool. Here we go.
Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone. The good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life free and beautiful. But we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children. Victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die. And the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate. The unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let
Nice. So that was a new track from Everyman with Pumpkin, and that's coming from his upcoming LP, Good Deeds. And I definitely want to thank Evan for coming on the show today. Live stream, the first ever Lucidicast live stream. For those of you that are tuning in now live, feel free to leave any comments, and we'll definitely read it. And if you're tuning in later, let us know what you thought. And if there's anyone you guys want to hear interviewed on this show, thanks for tuning in and letting us struggle through our audio and get this up and rolling. I'm Wesley Wolf Bear Pinkham. This is Lucidicast. Check us out online at lucidityfestival.com. Lucidity Festival 2017 is the 6th chapter in our 6-year story arc, and we're excited to reach an epic story and start writing the next one. So there's been a lot of confusion or rumors as to whether there's even going to be a Lucidity next year. The story's still being written, but our community is going to keep growing and keep putting on events, and I'm guessing there will continue to be a Lucidity Festival for you to go to next year too. So take part in our story, and we'll see you at Live Oak and here on the interwebs for the next couple weeks. All right, take care.